Once execution stopped being the thing consensus cared about, something unexpected happened. The arguments faded. There were no decisive announcements, no moment where everyone agreed at once. Systems simply stopped assuming they had to run everything, and nothing broke. Over time, that assumption disappearing changed how software felt, how trust worked, and what still functioned when infrastructure failed. This is what the world looks like after verification became ambient. In the 2030s, something changed about how blockchain systems work, not loudly, not all at once, but deeply enough that the old arguments just stopped making sense. The question that actually mattered. For years, everyone kept asking, how do we make blockchains faster? Turns out that was the wrong question. The right question was, what actually needs to be trusted? If you can verify something yourself, you don't need to trust it. If you can check the evidence, you don't need to ask permission. If the math works, it doesn't matter who ran it. Consensus became a clock. Verification became the judge. By the mid-2030s, this isn't a debate anymore. It's just obvious. The first thing you notice. Open your wallet, send some money. There's no loading bar that says syncing. No connecting to server. No invisible worry about whether you're talking to the real network or some fake version. You send a payment, your phone checks the math. Either it's valid or it isn't. A couple hundred milliseconds, done. You're not trusting a server anymore. You're checking for yourself. The server can lie, the math can't. That shift from trust to verification feels like nothing at first. Then you realize the mental weight of, am I being scammed right now, just disappeared. 4 friends splitting dinner, someone pulls up a payment link. Everyone scans it, 4 payments, 4 confirmations, done in under a minute. No app downloads, no send me your Venmo. The restaurant system shows 4 verified payments. If anyone disputes later, the cryptographic evidence settles it. Your grandma doesn't know what a Merkle tree is, and she doesn't need to. Her banking app shows a green check mark when payments go through, a clock icon when they're still processing, a red X when something's wrong. She learned. Green check mark equal sign. Money moved. It's final. Clock icon equal sign wait if it's important. Red X equal sign calls someone. The app never says blockchain, it never mentions proofs or verification chains. It just works. Except sometimes she sees payment sent, waiting for confirmation, about 30 seconds. 30 seconds feels long. She learned the hard way last year. Her friend didn't wait for the check mark. The payment looked fine. Then it got disputed. Money disappeared. Now she waits for green. That's what verification looks like when it works. Not technical, just reliable. The contractor gets paid. Sarah hired someone to refinish her deck. They agreed on $3,000, half up front, half on completion. She opens her browser, types the contractor's payment address, enters $1,500, clicks send. No PayPal, no Venmo, no payment processor, taking a cut or holding funds pending review. Her browser shows payment ordered, waiting for verification. A moment later, green check mark. The contractor's phone buzzes, payment received, verifiable, final. When the deck's done, same process, second payment, done. The receipt is cryptographically signed if there's ever a dispute. Warranty claim, tax audit, insurance question. Both parties have identical, verifiable proof of what was paid and when. No intermediary needed, no contact customer service, just evidence. PayPal started looking expensive. By the mid-2030s, payment processors faced a problem. Browser-native payments meant anyone could send money directly. Receipts were verifiable. Disputes could be resolved with cryptographic evidence instead of company mediation. Some processors adapted. They became verification services, helping users generate proofs, mediating complex disputes, offering refund insurance. Others doubled down on trust. We protect you from fraud. We handle chargebacks. We're the safe option. Users did the math. 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. For what? The browser already verified the payment, the blockchain already timestamped it. Enough courts began treating cryptographic receipts like ordinary business records that the old trust us middlemen started to feel optional. Small businesses switched first, freelancers, marketplaces, anyone tired of holds, freezes, and account under review emails. PayPal didn't disappear, but it stopped being the default. When everything broke, something still worked. Hurricane season, 3 weeks of power outages across the Gulf Coast. Cell towers down, internet intermittent. Banks closed. Most payment systems dead. Most systems that needed constant connectivity useless. You can't sync a full blockchain when the internet barely works. But some things kept moving. Phones still had Bluetooth. Devices could talk to each other directly. Satellite connections came and went. People sent payments through local mesh networks. Phone to phone, device to device, signed and queued. When satellite windows opened, everything got batched and checked. It wasn't instant. Confirmation took hours, sometimes days, but nothing broke, nothing got lost. The system degraded gracefully. Slower, yes, but still trustworthy. Phones started helping each other. In cities and disaster zones, something unexpected emerged. Devices with spare battery and storage started caching verification data. When someone nearby needed to check a payment and couldn't reach the network, a cached copy worked fine. The device that helped got paid. Tiny amounts, fractions of a token. Why did people do this? Early on because it felt useful, later because they got paid for it. Eventually it just became automatic. Operating systems did it by default. By the mid-2030s, there's a quiet background mesh of devices helping each other verify things. Nobody built it on purpose. It just emerged. Neighborhood cooperatives during outages. When Hurricane Elena hit, Miami's Little Havana lost power for 9 days. Mrs. Rodriguez ran a verification node from her apartment. Solar panels kept it alive when the grid went dark. Her neighbors' phones couldn't reach the network directly, but they could reach her node via local Wi-Fi mesh. She didn't plan to become neighborhood infrastructure. Her son set up the solar system years ago. The node was automatic. During the outage, 43 households verified payments through her node. Most were buying from the corner store. The owner accepted payment-ordered transactions with a delayed verification, trusting the cryptographic signatures would clear once connectivity returned. When power came back, everything reconciled. Mrs. Rodriguez's node earned verification fees, small amounts. But neighbors remembered. When the next storm came, 5 more households set up backup nodes. The city didn't plan this. The cooperative just emerged because the tools existed and the incentives aligned. The deep fake problem got bounded. You can make a fake video of anyone now, it's trivial. AI makes it easy. Detection is an arms race. Nobody's winning. What changed in the mid-2030s, real content started carrying proof of origin. The camera records something. The device signs it, timestamps it, posts proof that this file existed at this specific moment. Later, anyone can check. Does the file match what was signed? Is the signature valid? Is the timestamp real? If yes, the content is authentic. If no, it's unverified. This doesn't stop lies. A politician can still say false things on camera. A journalist can still mislead. Verification proves who said it and when, not whether it's true. Provenance isn't truth. It's accountability. But it stops undetectable lies. You can't fake a video of someone and pass it off as real. The cryptographic signature won't exist. You can't backdate a document. The timestamp is anchored to an external ledger. You can't fake that. Deepfakes still spread, but they're identifiable. Real example from a few years back. A viral video surfaces, presidential candidate supposedly confessing to corruption. Within minutes, platforms flag it. No cryptographic signature, no timestamp, no verified source. The video still spreads to millions. Some people believe it anyway. But its status isn't ambiguous anymore. Anyone can check, courts can verify, journalists can investigate. The video isn't real or fake in some abstract sense. It's provably unverified. Verification didn't eliminate misinformation. People still fall for fakes, conspiracies still spread, but truth became checkable. Screenshots stopped being evidence. But by the mid-2030s, social platforms started signing posts at creation. When you post something, the platform timestamps it and generates a cryptographic signature. The post's content, author, and timestamp get anchored to a verification chain. Later, if someone screenshots your post and claims you said something else, you can prove what you actually posted. The original signature doesn't match their screenshot. The modification is detectable. This didn't stop people from taking things out of context. It didn't stop selective editing, but it stopped undetectable fabrications. If someone shared a screenshot claiming you said something inflammatory, you could post cryptographic proof. Here's what I actually wrote, here's the signature. Check for yourself. More courts started accepting this as evidence, not he said, she said anymore, verifiable provenance. Messaging without corporate ownership. End-to-end encryption already existed, but delivery and identity were still controlled by companies. If WhatsApp shut down, your messages stopped flowing. If Signal's servers went offline, you couldn't reach anyone. The encryption was strong. The dependency was total. By the mid-2030s, messaging systems started separating encryption from infrastructure. Your messages were encrypted end-to-end, but delivery wasn't tied to a single company's servers. Messages could route through multiple networks, queue offline, reconcile later. Delivery wasn't guaranteed instantly, but it became resilient. Messages could route, queue, and reconcile without a single company being the choke point. You chose your trade-off. Settings showed strict metadata minimization and maximum privacy, slower delivery. Fast delivery, routes through multiple networks, more metadata exposed. Offline resilient. Queues messages when network is unavailable. If one network went down, your messages found another path. If you were offline, messages queued until you reconnected. The company that built your app didn't control your ability to communicate. They provided software. The network was permissionless. Apps stopped talking about blockchains. By the mid-2030s, most users never think about the blockchain. They use apps, a payment app, a game, a document tracker, an identity wallet, a content verification tool. Each app does its own thing. Different features, different interfaces, different purposes. What connects them is simple. When something important happens, they post verifiable evidence. This payment occurred. This item changed the ownership. This document existed at this time. Anyone can check those claims anywhere, anytime. Users don't care how it works under the hood. They care that results are checkable. But different apps don't always play nice. A marketplace uses one kind of proof. A game uses another. Both are valid, just different. When you move something from the marketplace to the game, you have to decide, accept the marketplace's proof, or wait for the game's confirmation to finish. This caused friction early on. Over time, apps serving similar purposes started using compatible proofs, not because anyone forced them to, because users preferred it. NFT platforms converged on similar formats. Payment apps did too. Identity systems found common ground. But standards hardened. A decade in, changing proof formats became difficult. Tooling assumed the old way. Education taught the old way. Users expected the old way. New systems, potentially better ones, struggled to get adopted. Bitcoin and Ethereum didn't disappear, they evolved. Bitcoin became the ultimate timestamp. Apps verify Bitcoin block headers directly. When something needs to be provably final and irreversible, it gets anchored to Bitcoin. No trust needed, just math. Ethereum became fast finality. Apps check Ethereum's consensus signatures to verify recent events quickly. Layer 2 proofs from Ethereum get verified independently. You don't need to trust Ethereum's execution. You verify its proofs. Both chains became anchors, not controllers, not gatekeepers, just anchors. The house closes. Marcus and Lisa stand in the driveway of their new home, keys in hand. Moving truck scheduled for tomorrow. Their real estate agent pulls out her tablet. The title's updating now, should be verified in about 90 seconds. The screen shows 3 states. Ordered. Claim has been submitted. Verified. Claim passed verification checks. Anchored. Claim is timestamped to Bitcoin final. Marcus watches the status flip from ordered to verified shortly after. Anchored. That's it? He asks. The agent smiles. That's it. The property registry updated. The county recorded it. Both of you are on the title. It's final. No waiting weeks for paperwork. No wondering if someone forgot to file something. No anxiety about whether the title company made an error. The evidence exists. It's ordered, it's verified, it's anchored. Marcus looks at Lisa. She's crying, happy tears, relief. This moment they've worked toward for years. They unlock the door together. The verification system didn't create the emotional moment. It just removed the uncertainty that usually shadows it. What the registry actually does. The property registry doesn't execute transfers. It records evidence of transfers. When Marcus and Lisa bought the house, the deed was signed cryptographically. The mortgage was recorded as a verifiable claim, and the title company posted evidence that all liens were cleared. Then the county posted an ordered claim. Marcus and Lisa own 1116 Oak Street. That ordered claim entered a queue. Other systems verified it. Checking signatures, confirming liens were cleared, validating the timeline made sense. About 30 seconds later, verified. The claim passed checks, often within a minute or two, anchored to an immutable timestamp, permanent, unchangeable, final. If someone challenges ownership later, disputed boundary, tax lien, inheritance claim. The evidence is right there, timestamped, verifiable, ordered in a sequence that can't be rewritten. The registry didn't become instant. It became evidence-based. That's different, better. Systems started saying no. Here's something that took getting used to. Systems started refusing things. If verification evidence is missing, the claim gets refused. If a proof is broken, it gets rejected. If something can't be checked, it doesn't get accepted. Early on, users hated this. Why wasn't my transaction accepted? Why do I have to wait? But refusal is what kept things honest. Bad data didn't clog the system. Spam didn't overwhelm everything. When something failed, you knew why. Markets emerged around verification. When too many things got refused, services sprang up to help. Need a transaction verified quickly? Pay someone to generate or check the proof for you. Fees created signals. Higher fees meant faster service. Apps tuned their own standards. Some accepted looser proofs, others required strict verification. A little refusal is healthy. Too little feels like rubber stamping. Too much feels like congestion. Many healthy systems hovered around 5–10% refusal rates during normal operation. Then the crisis hit. A few years later, global financial crisis, panic everywhere. Demand for verification spiked. Markets couldn't keep up. Refusal rates hit 60%. Apps couldn't get claims verified. Users panicked harder. Emergency mode activated. Services temporarily accepted lower quality proofs. With explicit warnings, users knowingly transacted on degraded evidence. Markets stabilized. Weeks later, full verification resumed. Some claims from that period stayed disputed forever. But the system survived. It bent under pressure. It didn't break. Verification created access gaps. During crises, verification speed mattered. High-end phones verified instantly. Budget phones waited. Wealth started correlating with verification access. The ecosystem adapted. Groups formed verification cooperatives. Pooled resources running shared infrastructure. Cheaper phones could delegate verification, then audit results later. Social norms shifted. Probably verified became acceptable for routine stuff. Strict verification stayed for important things. But delegation introduced dependencies. Cooperatives could be captured, dominant services could raise prices, markets for auditing emerged. Third parties spot-checking cooperatives, tracking reputation. A divide formed. Technical, wealthy users verified everything themselves. Most users consumed verification as a service. Both worked, but technical literacy became a barrier over time. Medicine at the pharmacy counter. The pharmacist scans a bottle of insulin. Her screen shows verified. Authentic product from certified manufacturer, chain of custody complete. She hands it to the customer with confidence. 2 years ago, counterfeit diabetes medication flooded the supply chain. People died, trust in pharmaceuticals collapsed. Now every bottle carries cryptographic proof of origin. Manufacturing timestamp, shipping checkpoints, each step signed and verified. Counterfeiters can still make fake bottles, but they can't fake the verification chain. The evidence doesn't exist, the math doesn't work. The customer scans the bottle with her phone, same result, verified. She doesn't know how supply chain verification works. She doesn't care. She knows the insulin is real. That's enough. The contract dispute. 2 business partners splitting up after 5 years. They both have copies of their original partnership agreement, but the versions don't match. One shows profit sharing at 60/40ths, the other shows 50/50ths. Someone changed something. But who? When? Was it malicious? A mistake? Different drafts? They pull up the cryptographic signatures. The 50/50ths version was signed by both partners years ago, timestamped to a Bitcoin block. The 60/40ths version never signed, no timestamp, just a file that exists. The evidence is clear. The 50/50ths agreement is authentic. The 60/40ths version was modified later, without signatures. They still hire lawyers. Mediation takes months, but the cryptographic evidence removes ambiguity about what was actually agreed. One partner claims they verbally agreed to modify it. No evidence of that. The other partner denies it. Court relies on what can be proven. Verification didn't make the split friendly. It made the dispute resolvable. Subscription payments without platform lock. Creators started collecting payments directly. A podcaster, a newsletter writer, a video maker. They post a payment address, fans subscribe. No Patreon, no Substack. No platform taking 10%. Payments come from browsers, recurring automatically. Fans can cancel anytime. The creator sees verified receipts. The fans get cryptographic proof of payment. If there's a dispute, I already paid for it this month. Both parties have identical evidence. Timestamps settle it, but platforms didn't disappear. Some offered discovery, moderation, hosting, but they couldn't hold payments hostage anymore. Creators owned their revenue, fans owned their receipts. New applications appeared. Supply chains tracked provenance without revealing logistics. Social platforms verified content origin. Credential systems proved age or membership without revealing identity. IoT devices proved sensor integrity. Voting changed. Elections started using verifiable ballots. You got a credential proving eligibility. No identity revealed. You voted. The system posted proof that a valid ballot was cast. Nothing about what you voted for. After polls closed, the system published all ballots in a checkable structure. Anyone could verify their ballot was counted, the tally was correct, no fake ballots existed. Election authorities couldn't cheat. Citizens verified themselves. But it could still fail. If the voting app disappeared or withheld data, verification couldn't happen. When failures happened, disputes got resolved through evidence, not authority. Democracy didn't become perfect. It became accountable. Event tickets without revealing identity. You buy a concert ticket. The system generates a cryptographic credential. The credential proves you paid, you're authorized to enter. This ticket is for this specific event. It doesn't reveal your name, or email, or payment method. Just proof of authorization. At the venue, you scan your phone, the credential verifies. You walk in. If you resell the ticket, you transfer the credential. The buyer can verify it's authentic before paying. No fake tickets, no scams. The venue knows a valid ticket was scanned. They don't know who held it unless law enforcement requires it. Then specific tickets can be traced, but not routinely. Privacy when you want it, accountability when needed. Building changed. Developers stopped optimizing for execution cost. They started optimizing for verification ease. Old way. Make it cheap to run, minimize storage, fight bots and exploits. New way. Make it easy to verify, generate simple proofs, accept that checking might lag. Code got simpler. Failures became explicit. But the transition was hard. Proof generation was slow early on. Debugging was difficult. Tooling was immature. Some developers quit. They went back to familiar systems. Early projects burned funding before shipping. Universities couldn't recruit talent. Companies delayed adoption. But those who stayed discovered something. Their apps aged better. No gas optimizations to redo. No exploits years later. No broken infrastructure upgrades. Code from the late 2020s still worked in the mid-2030s unchanged. Over time, tooling improved. Education caught up, the learning curve flattened. Copycats came and went. Of course, others tried to build better systems. Faster verification, instant finality, no refusal. All the benefits, none of the trade-offs. They benchmarked well. They looked sleeker. Then reality hit. Some made everything into proofs. Proof generation bottleneck. Small transactions became too expensive. Some snuck execution back in. Light clients got heavy again. Trust crept back. Some removed refusal. Spam overwhelmed everything. The system slowed to a crawl. Users tried them anyway because marketing moves faster than truth. Developers migrated, then left when things broke under real use. Some copycats survived as corporate chains. Regulated, permissioned, closed. Others became zombie networks. Technically alive, economically dead. The graveyard grew. New projects kept launching. They failed in the same ways. The quiet outcome. In this future, nobody brags about verification-first systems. They're not constantly debated, not endlessly marketed. They just became infrastructure. Arguments moved on. The ecosystem grew. The foundations held. The clearest sign it worked? People stopped asking whether verification-first systems make sense. They started assuming that's just how things work. 3 snapshots. Mid-2030s hour. 2 neighbors, property line dispute. One pulls out their phone, checks the land registry. The boundary coordinates have been timestamped to Bitcoin 3 years ago. The other neighbor checks, same result. No lawyer, no county office, no arguing about who to trust. The evidence resolves it. They build the fence. Same year, business partners splitting up. Both check the same contract, but their apps disagree. Different verification settings flag different things. They escalate to arbitration. Both bring cryptographic evidence. It takes weeks, it's messy. But it's evidence-based mess, not trust-based chaos. International shipment, 3 countries, years of legal fighting. The cryptographic evidence is clear. The shipment was verified, time-stamped, anchored. But jurisdictions disagree. One won't accept the proof format. Another demands additional attestations. The third disputes what the evidence means under local law. The case never fully resolves. Verification proved what happened. It couldn't dictate what it meant. Not all conflicts resolve cleanly. Not all verification is instant. Not all evidence is universally accepted. But the world stopped pretending you could replace proof with trust. And that changed everything. The loud part was never the technology. The quiet part was what it did to trust.